Hey guys, I'm so excited about this video. I hope you guys like it. A lot of y'all asked me questions about how to start a YouTube channel, and I thought since this week I got a chance to go hang out with my buddy Troy from the T. Roy Cooks channel, it was a great opportunity for me to sit down with someone who is doing this really, really well and ask him the questions you guys have been asking me. And so this whole video has to do with how to start a YouTube channel. And he didn't hold anything back. Like, he talked about, tips to grow your channel, how to get noticed. He talked about money. He talked about how to make money on YouTube and then how to invest money on YouTube. He talked about how he edits. Pretty much anything that I could think of, like, to ask him, he answered it, and he didn't pull any punches. So one thing, the lighting on this video, I'm using a new camera, and as the sun went down, even though we had lights on ourselves, the camera, there was just not enough light, and so sometimes the picture quality is not as good as I would like. But we looked at it, and Troy was like, "Man, just go with it." So that's what we're gonna do. And so I hope you like this. Do me a favor. I don't normally ask specifically for comments, but I've kind of got an idea working in my head of something that I want to do in the future that's sort of related to this. If you could let me know in the comments whether you think that's a good idea or a bad idea, please let me know, because if that's something, I know most of us are here to talk about barbecue, and it would never replace that, but I have kind of something working in my brain that I'd like to do down the road a bit. But if there's zero interest in it, I'm not going to bother. So please let me know. Also, please subscribe because my next video is going to be the year review of the summit. I've already started working on it. It's great. Sorry it took me so long. In some ways, I feel like my whole channel is a review of the summit. But if you're interested in seeing that, be sure to subscribe. And I guess that's it. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this interview with Troy Smith from the T. Roy Cooks channel. He's a great guy, y'all. One of the questions I get a lot is related to starting a YouTube channel, like advice on things of that nature. And I thought, what better opportunity to talk about that than with my friend T. Roy here from the T. Roy Cooks channel. If you don't know, he's a very popular YouTuber, especially in the barbecue genre. And he's just an all-around great guy. And so I asked him if he wouldn't mind doing this, and he agreed.
I'm happy to, yeah.
I really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you having me on the show.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this. How did you get started in this? What made you decide to do this?
Well, my son was leaving the house, moving out, getting his own life going, and he wanted some recipes to take with him so that he could figure out how to cook what he ate growing up. And I figured it was better than to give him a recipe. Actually, a video recipe would be better than just something handwritten or typed out on a piece of paper. So I started making videos, and at first I was making them kind of like private or unlisted so that only he could look at them. And then I was like, this is kind of fun. He had definitely enjoyed the recipes because, like I said, it's stuff he grew up eating, and he was able to replicate what he saw me doing on videos. But I enjoyed making the videos. After I made a few of them, I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
And I'm learning myself as I'm going, because I'm like remembering stuff that when I grew up, learning how to cook certain ways and, like make gravies and sauces and all kind of different dishes. But I had a good time with it, and that's how I got started, was trying to help my son learn how to cook while he moved out of the house and was on his own.
So did you have a background in like video production? So, that's kind of a big jump. Like, I'll video myself. Have you done this sort of thing before?
No, I hadn't. But at the time I started, there were some larger channels that I used to frequently watch on YouTube, and they made it look pretty easy. So I was like, well, if they're doing it and doing it pretty well, they were, I say big, maybe, 10, 15,000 subscribers. I thought they were pretty big because I didn't have any. But I was like, if they can do it, I can probably do it too. And that's the great thing about YouTube, man. Like, when I moved into this house, I didn't know anything about taking care of a pool. I got on YouTube, learned how to take care of a pool. Same thing with cooking. You get on YouTube, learn how to cook certain recipes that you're interested in by watching people cook. It's a lot better than reading a book of recipes, in my opinion.
That's so true.
It is. Or looking at a bunch of pictures, it's like, okay, so what's in between this step and this step? Oh, well, here's a video. Let me show you step by step. And the video's rolling.
You get more of a sense of...
It's a win-win.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay, so
But I didn't have any kind of previous. I just learned stuff on YouTube and searching forums and talking to other people who had already been where I'm trying to get to.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So, 60,000 people, 60,000 subscribers, something like that.
Heading to 62,000 now.
62,000.
Yeah, a little over 61,000.
Okay, how would you describe your channel to someone who wants to go check it out? Because y'all need to go check it out if you haven't seen it. I know most of y'all have. But
Well, when I first started out, I started making videos after I moved to Texas, but I grew up around Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so I learned all of the Cajun type recipes. Your jambalas, your gumbos, your Creole type cooking, etouffees and stuff. I learned all of that growing up. Once I moved to Texas and I married Karen, I learned there's a whole new world out there of barbecue that I'd never heard of or dealt with, because they just didn't do barbecue in around Baton Rouge. You know, it was all fried foods or seafood with jambalas, gumbos, etouffee stuff. You know,
yeah,
they didn't do a lot of barbecue. In fact, I don't remember my dad ever having a grill.
that blows me away.
I know, but I moved here to Texas, and I fell in love with the barbecue scene. So I started doing barbecue, and if you go back and look at my original videos on barbecue, I was a rookie for sure, man. I didn't know anything about it, but I lived and learned, talked to those who had already, had some experience with it, watched their videos and learned some stuff. So I started learning just by reaching out to others who'd been there. Like I said, those larger channels than I was. And I really loved barbecue. So that's the primary thing I do on my channel is barbecue. But I also do the Cajun type foods. I also throw in some Italian, some Mexican. I even have fans from all over the world that request I do certain dishes. So I've done like Danish dishes. I've done dishes from Bahrain, stuff. I mean, all over the world. So
What was that? What was that crazy meat you did a couple months back? Was it from Australia?
I did some. I know I did some alpaca.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I did some
I had to look
alpaca.
that up. I didn't know what that was.
It was kind of grassy, but it
Yeah.
wasn't bad.
Huh.
I probably wouldn't eat it again. But
That's honest.
I want to try some kangaroo. I don't think I've ever tried kangaroo. I love elk.
Yeah.
I'm not a hunter, even though I grew up in Louisiana, and there's a hunter galore out there. It's the sportsman's paradise. It's on their license plates on their cars. But I've never been a hunter. My family didn't hunt.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy eating wild game.
Okay. We didn't have a smoker growing up either. In fact, my dad, he's gonna love this story. Have I told you this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, for a while there we got a bullet smoker. It was before the Webers, or we didn't have Weber. It was like the cheaper Charbroil one,
Okay.
El Cheapo
Okay.
Brinkman, or I don't remember what it was, but it's that standard shape.
I had the Brinkman, looked like R2-D2.
Yeah, that's it. This
Yeah.
one was red, and my dad got the idea in his head he's gonna learn how to smoke, and so we pulled that thing out, and all I remember is him putting lighter fluid in it, and I remember him lighting a match.
Oh, well, Lord.
and the lid was down. Okay,
Oh,
that's
man.
important. And then the next thing I remember is being face down on the concrete. The lid was across the patio, and my dad's on top of me going, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, and as soon as he figured out I was okay, like he just started laughing, and we've been laughing about it ever since. I was probably 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah.
But that was, it's funny too because he's a pretty good cook. Like hotel and restaurant management guy. Like that's what his degree's in. But when it came to that was like the extent of our.
Yeah, if you're inexperienced,
Yeah.
that's living hard, man. That's learning
Yeah, but it was
firsthand.
It's a family story we love to tell. He tells it all the time, so he's not gonna get mad at me for sharing that. In fact, he's gonna laugh. Okay, so 60,000 subs. I get a lot of questions from guys who get frustrated because their channels are not growing very fast, and when you started your channel, it blew up, right? Immediately.
Oh, no.
You immediately had 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people watching.
No.
Y'all, this is great.
No. I started. It took me forever to get to a couple of hundred, and it took me quite a while to get to 500. It was probably at least a year, maybe towards a year and a half before I even got to 1,000 subscribers. But what I have found is that the more subscribers you do have, the faster you grow. and it grows exponentially. So the time it takes to get from 0 to 1,000 subscribers, it may take a quarter of that time, or half that time max, to get to like 5,000. Okay, it actually does grow exponentially. Like I'm saying, it's just overnight. You looking, you got 1,000 subscribers, and then a few 3-4 months later, heck, you got double that amount, and just 6 months down the road, you've got 3 times that amount. Yeah. And it just grows exponentially. It's really, really weird, but it works. And I guess it's because the more subscribers you have, the more they share with their friends and family members about your channel.
That's Lucy.
Yeah. Oh, here comes backup.
Yep.
Sorry about that, but.
So, anyways, the idea is be patient, I guess, on what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I hear a lot of the younger channels, they're frustrated because they're sitting like at 150 or 250 subscribers for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks without gaining but maybe 3 or 4 or 5 subscribers. That's fine. A lot of you that are out there right now are growing faster than I grew when I first started. And I've been doing this 6 years now, I think 5 years. I started in 2012, so it's 5 years. Just stick with it. I mean, don't rush it. If you try to rush it, you're going to mess up. You're not going to be loyal to the fans that you do have. It's like you're not worried about them. You're worried about more subscribers instead of the ones you have in your pocket, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's just treat the ones that are subscribed to you like gold. Treat them with respect. Appreciate what you have, and they will appreciate you and tell everybody they know about you, and that will help you grow faster than anything else.
He means that too. He told me that last night. He's very loyal to his subscribers.
You have to be.
Yeah.
You really do. I mean, the one-on-one with your subscribers is key to any success. I mean, they have to know that they can trust what you're saying is true, that they can believe in what you're saying. And a lot of times, that genuineness that they see on camera, if one of fans ever meet me, they actually see like you did.
Yeah.
I am the person you see on camera. I'm not just doing like an acting or anything. I'm not on camera doing one thing and then in my own life doing something else. What you see on camera is me.
It's true.
But there's a lot of YouTubers that aren't like that. They're totally different than what you see on camera. But I try to be loyal to my fans. I try to be honest with them. If I say I like something, that means I really like them. I really do like the product, or I really do enjoy using something. If there's something I don't like, I don't put a video up about it.
Yeah. Credibility.
Yeah, it is.
It's credibility.
Yeah, and your fans learn to trust you, and they will help promote you faster than you could ever promote yourself.
I told you this earlier, but I had that problem once when there was early on in the internet when blogging was more popular. I had a personality that I thought a lot of, and he made a recommendation, and I bought the product, and it wasn't a good product, and he was just getting paid to recommend it. And I mean, I know that's how it works in TV, but I didn't know that with blogging at the time.
Yeah.
And he was just getting paid, and so I think that's important. Like I really admire that.
It is. I mean, you have to believe in the product that you're promoting, and if you don't, at least in my eyes, if you don't like or if you don't enjoy the product that you're using on video, in my case, I don't put a video up because I don't want to mislead my fans, because that creates it's kind of a distraction, but it's like you're fake. You're trying to. It's like a used car salesman. I hate to be like that, but it's like you're trying to sell something that you yourself don't really believe in.
Yeah.
And you're misleading people. And I'm not that way. I never have believed in doing that.
I think people. I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I think people that watch your channel, just based on seeing how your Thursday chats go and how people react to you, I think that's one of the things that's the big draw to your channel, is the authenticity involved. You know?
It's that one-on-one that I have with my fans.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How much time would you say that you spend a week interacting with fans? And well, first off, I'm assuming since you do it, that would be advice that you would give to people who are starting a channel is to interact with your fans.
When you're starting, yeah. It's actually becoming difficult for me to do it by myself because I have so many fans, and they each want to talk to me. They each want to have a one-on-one with me. But I do what I can as much as I can. And as to your question, when I consider my comments that I respond to on YouTube, the questions I get on my Facebook, the direct messages, the text messages, the emails that come in, I probably spend, I'd say 3 hours or to 4 hours a day.
3 to 4 hours a day.
A day, yeah. If I just designated one whole day a week, I can maybe knock it out in one day. But then there's questions, there's comments, everything coming in. Not just comments on my current videos that I have out the last week or so, but I'm talking about videos 2, 3, 4 years old. People are asking me questions, and I feel obliged to respond to them because they're genuine and they're asked for the question.
Yeah.
They really don't know, and for some reason they didn't get what they needed out of my video, so I feel obliged to assist by answering them. You know, I mean, sometimes if it's just, hey, I really enjoyed the video, you know.
Yeah.
If I'm really pushed for time, I may not respond to them. I may just give them a thumbs up, you know, like, you know, but if it's a question, I'm going to answer you.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because as somebody wanting to know something.
So,
And I think of my channel as more of a teaching channel than an entertainment channel, if that makes sense.
it makes perfect sense.
You know, I like helping others learn stuff that I know that they don't know yet, and helping them progress and become familiar with it enough so that they can be popular among their friends and family with what they cook and serve to their friends and family out of the kitchen or off the grill.
And he means that too, because I asked him, because I've been hanging out here for a couple days. We've been shooting videos together.
Appreciate you hanging out too, man.
Appreciate you coming.
Having a good time.
And I would ask you questions about numbers, and you just don't. You're not a numbers guy. Like,
I don't care about numbers.
he really doesn't, like views or subs or anything like that.
I mean, in a sense, I do care, but you know, I like seeing subscribers come in and stuff. But I'm not like number crunching, trying to beat the system by manipulating numbers and stuff. I just enjoy what I do and try to help the people that enjoy watching me. I try to do what I can to help them by teaching them what I know.
That's great.
And I think if I do that, then I'm successful.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what's a typical day like for you? I mean, now you're full time.
I am. I just retired. May 12th was my last full day at work.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
So what's a typical day like for you?
I'm still getting used to this. I'm still getting used to the retirement phase. I actually find that I'm more busy than I was at my desk job.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I spend more time. It does free me up because I have more time to answer those comments that I would maybe sometimes skip over, or to answer people who, just for instance, I don't usually cook a lot on the weekends because I know that's when a lot of my fans cook, and that's when they're sending me messages through Facebook or emailing me directly, or if those that have my number, they're texting me saying, this is my situation, I don't know what to do. You know, I have time because I'm not cooking on the weekends usually. I have time to immediately respond, you know, within a half hour at least, usually. So I do that, and then on the weekdays, I do spend a lot of time answering comments, honestly, and questions and stuff, but also doing research to try to make my videos more educated. Well, not interesting is the word. More informative, I guess. You know, like I'm not saying anything that would. Trying to think what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to do stuff in a better way that would be more informative and not leave any questions, because if I can do that, that's less questions coming at me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
But I'm also doing research on, like, I want to try to do some live streaming and stuff. So I'm doing research on that, trying to see what I need to do that. I'm involved in trying to look for better equipment, both audio and video, lighting. I'm trying to make sure that the grills that I have, the pits and stuff that I have, that I fully use them to the ability that they can be used. in sometimes ways that people have not thought to use them. So I'm doing some experimenting. It gives me time to experiment.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so for the new guy, so I noticed the camera was getting a little dark, and so I made a little adjustment. But so you're talking about some of the things you did. What advice what advice would you give for a young channel who wants to grow? Like, what are some really practical steps that they could take to get off the ground?
Find some of the not super large, like over 100,000 subscriber channels, but find some that are probably in the 25 to 50,000 range. Find some of those that you enjoy watching. Become familiar with that creator, by asking them questions on the comments on their videos, or just tell them, hey, this is a great video, I'm gonna try that or something, Just be courteous with them, but let them know that you're a familiar watcher, that you frequently watch their videos by commenting on their videos, and they will get to know you. So build a repertoire with them. And then once that repertoire is built and they start responding like, they know you and you're somebody that they appreciate watching and supporting their channel, then at that point you may be able to start asking them questions more directly, like through email or social media, direct messaging and stuff, or messaging through Facebook and stuff. Just, you may be able to glean some information from them about how they went about starting out and how they progressed. So you may get some information from them that way. I wouldn't push them and make them mad or anything, but just kind of be nonchalant about it, but see if they're willing to help you learn the ropes, I guess, on YouTube. One thing that I found helpful for me anyway was when I would go to those other channels, and some of those that I went to at the time that were fairly large when I was just starting out. It was JB, who had JB with Louisiana Cajun Recipes, Joe, who had Southern Coastal Cooking, still does, Tango Joe with Tango Joe Show, and he also makes spices, Tango Spice Company, Larry Wolf at the Wolf Pit, Greg at Ballistic Barbecue, and John at Big Meat Sunday.
Those are big channels. Were they that big back then?
No.
'Cause those are some huge channels now.
No, they weren't big back then when I started, but they were probably in, like I said, in that 25 to 50,000 subscriber range.
Okay.
So I actually would do what I was talking about earlier. So you can comment on their videos. I think I swallowed a gnat. Or a fly. That's protein, right? It's good for you. Wish it was covered in chocolate. That'd be better.
All this protein we got on that grill over there, and you're eating gnats right now.
I'm not on purpose. But anyway, those people, I actually am still friends with them. But they didn't know me when I first started commenting on the videos, which is cool. It's like a community that I'm part of, and you're part of it now too, with the cooking community. We all try to help each other out. Most of us, if not, I'd say 99% of us are genuine. We're real people. We care about others. We try to help others when we can. When I first started, I did comment and get to know these creators, like I just mentioned, who had larger channels than me. I'm still friends with each and every one of them. In fact, we actually do talk by phone quite often, okay, on each of them. And they've become very good friends. I've met quite a few of them. Have I met all of them? Yes. I have met each one of them. I have.
That's cool.
It is. It's really cool. And they're just as genuine on camera as you see them, they're as genuine off camera as you see them on camera is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But what I would do is I would go and comment on their videos, and they've got a lot more subs than me. So what that meant is their subscribers, and I don't know if you know this that are starting out channels, but a lot of those people that are subscribed to channels, they go and look through the comments on those videos after they watch the video. if you leave a comment and you've got a name for your channel that has to do with cooking or sports or whatever the case may be, as long as it's not just your name, it's something that would let the person reading that comment know that you have a YouTube channel dealing with something, more than likely they're going to put their cursor over your name for your channel, and they're going to see how many subscribers you have, and if they're interested in what your little description is for your channel, they'll probably click on your name, and it'll take them to your channel, and they'll check you out, check a few videos out. You may get a subscriber or 2 or 3. If it's a larger channel, you may get quite a few subscribers. So that's what I did, though. I would actually start out by going and just commenting on larger channels, and that helped me because their subscribers in turn saw my channel name as somebody who commented. They were interested to see what my channel was about. They clicked my channel name and it took them to my channel. They watched some videos and I got subscribers that way. Also on social media, you can do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. There's so many different social medias these days. But you can do that. You can you can make posts to those. You can also join different groups on Facebook, especially, I don't know of. Join different groups, and when you have something of interest, post it to that group. That's a large community in that group, and there's probably multiple people who are interested in what you post. So that's another way to gain subscribers or get people interested in your channel. And what you do is you start building this little network of people who enjoy what you do, appreciate what you do, and then they start telling their friends and their family members and their coworkers about what you do and your channel, and you start gaining subscribers that way. So it's one of these deals where you can't rush it. You can do things to help speed the progress, but I wouldn't worry about rushing it. It's going to happen eventually. Just give it time, be patient, and it will happen. You will start becoming larger and larger, and like I said earlier, exponentially larger. When you start getting to 500, next thing you know you're at 1,500, next thing you know you're at 5,000, next thing you know you're at 10,000. It just grows faster than you can keep up with it once you get past about 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there now, right?
Not. Well, I'm at 11,000, I think. Yeah.
So you're fixing to really find out. You're going to be at 25,000 before long.
From your lips to God's ears, my friend.
I promise you, bro. I promise you. You guys can make it happen too. Tell all your friends and family members, co-workers, about Justin.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm telling you.
All right, so back to you.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I still got a gnat. Hang on.
All right.
No, go ahead. I'm
You
sorry.
gonna wash it down with beer?
Yeah.
You gotta get that gnat drunk.
Cheers to you.
So
Try.
I noticed you didn't say go out and buy an expensive camera, and you didn't say go out and spend a lot of money on production equipment or anything like that. What if somebody's got a limited budget? Like let's say they have $500 in a cell phone, and they want to like start a barbecue channel. They need to buy a grill. They need to buy. Where should they spend that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you first start out, most of your money that you would invest in what you're trying to do would be the equipment you're going to cook with or cook on. Your grill, your knives, tongs, gloves to protect your hands if you're on the grill. You know, things like that. When you first start out, if you've got a cell phone, a lot of times the camera on the cell phone is going to be excellent, okay? You may need to get one of those, what do you call them, gorilla tripods or something?
Yeah.
Something like that to hold your cell phone. If you're a one-man show, you don't have somebody holding the cell phone while you're, filming. If you're just like me, you just got yourself, you need a tripod of some kind to hold the camera so that you can be in front of the lens, in front of the camera filming. Other than that, and those are pretty cheap.
What about that?
The mic on the camera is decent. Once you start getting subscribers, I think you have to, I forget, YouTube just changed it, how many subscribers you have to have before you can start making money, monetizing your videos.
I don't think it's subscribers.
No, it's 10,000 views.
Yeah.
You have to have 10,000 lifetime views on your channel before you can start monetizing your videos. Once you start monetizing videos after 10,000 views on your channel, that's when you start taking the money that you're earning off of YouTube, turn right around and invest it back into the equipment to help your channel grow, to help it be better for your fans. Meaning, better camera, better lighting, better audio, better tripod. And down the road, better equipment like cooking, utensils, knives, all that good stuff. Pots, pans, you know, all that good stuff. So you can invest the money you earn off of YouTube into making your channel better for your fans. That's what I do. But starting out, you don't need all the fancy equipment. You just use what you have, do the best that you can with it, and if you have a good personality, if people enjoy watching you on camera, you know, you smile a lot, you look directly at them, you're not like looking at a side screen somewhere or watching yourself. Look at the camera, look at the people that are watching you. Make eye contact with them. You're talking to them, you're not talking to somebody over here somewhere or somebody over here. And they will appreciate that. And that's something that's really key too. I see a lot of new YouTubers that aren't looking directly at the camera.
They're looking at the screen.
They are. They're trying to look at themselves.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that.
Wait, hey, that's something you learn.
It's common.
You practice.
Yeah. I mean, it's intuition to do that, but that's the wrong thing to do.
So you got to stare right at that little hole in the camera.
Yeah.
And pretend it's a person. And what I remember the first couple of times I did that, I felt so awkward talking to an inanimate object. But right now, we're doing it right now, and I don't even think about it. Like, I'm thinking about you guys, you know, and I'm staring at the camera.
You know, when I first started,
yeah,
I wouldn't even show my face on camera.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it was because I didn't want my people at work that I work with, you know, I didn't want them to harass me or come down on me or threaten me with my job or anything if I was doing YouTube videos. So I didn't show probably the first 2 or 3 videos, I didn't show my face, just my hands and what I was doing. And I was like, I have nothing to worry about. I'm just being myself. The same person that I show up at work being, that's me in front of the camera cooking. And again, at the time, I was actually just cooking for my son. But that progressed, and I finally started putting my face on camera. And when I did that was actually a real key with my growth. Because if you're not showing your face on camera, if people don't know who they're looking at, they don't make that contact, that throws a lot of people off. They don't want to trust you because they can't look directly in your eyes and tell what you're actually, you know, what you look like, what you're saying, whether you're honest or not, you know. So face contact or eye contact has a lot to do with being successful, and personality too. You can't have just a dry, monotone voice. You've got to have, I mean, a lot of people tell me I've got like a radio voice, but I've never been in radio or TV or anything. I'm just saying, you can't have like I talk like this and this is how this is going to be. You can't do that. You've got to have some personality. Throw some fun into it. You know, just don't be stiff. Don't be just. You're going to turn people off if you don't have a good personality.
I totally agree. Yeah,
you got to.
You got to bring something to the table. Like,
you do. You got to make people appreciate what you do and enjoy watching you.
Right. Exactly. When they get their eyeballs on you, when they see you, they bond with you, and you start to create that relationship. You don't bond with a rack of ribs or a brisket, you know.
Well, just like me. I mean, I'm here looking at the camera. I mean, I'll slow down and glance at you every once in a while, just to let you know, hey, I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
But the people are watching, so I'm looking at the camera.
I'm pretty
They're
sure.
the ones, you know.
I'm pretty sure I'm looking at you most of the time. So sorry if that's awkward.
But I'm just letting you know. You know, you're talking to those people that are watching.
Right.
Our fans. You know, so we can have a conversation, but that's the main focus right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
And we appreciate each and every one of you too.
Definitely. That's one of my favorite things about it is getting to know people. I mean, we talked about this last night, but getting to know people I would never meet. Like, I looked up, even my channel's a lot smaller than yours, and I found the demographics or the analytics page on the geography button.
You have to show me where that's at.
I might need to do that, because it'll surprise you. Like, I've had at least one view in almost every country in the entire world.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind, you know?
It does.
And I get questions from. I met a guy named Ben Rose from from the UK. We talk all the time, and we trade ideas and pictures and stuff. Hey Ben, how you doing, man? It's like it's such a cool opportunity to meet people you never would have met otherwise.
It is.
Yeah.
It's real cool.
Huh? That's amazing.
You almost get to know them so that if you do travel to that country, you could look them up and hang out with them, and it'd be a good time. You know, you get that close with people sometimes.
Absolutely. Okay, so 60,000 views. 60,000 subs. You ever go around town, people see you and be like, "Oh, that's D-Roy."
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot because Austin's a pretty big town, but yeah, it has happened. I went to a Pizza Hut, meet Karen for lunch, and ran into Jerry. He's one of my fans. And I was just talking about recently on one of my videos before we met, I was talking about cooking quail. And he watches me religiously, so thanks, Jerry, if you're watching this. But he gave me his quail recipe. He's a local Texan. He grew up here, so he had a really good quail recipe he gave me. So I appreciate that, and I'm definitely going to do a video on that. I was with my sister and my brother-in-law and their kids and my mom going through HEB, our local grocery store here, just fixing to buy either some seafood or some meat or something to grill. We're trying to look for something to eat to cook later. And one of my fans walks up and he's like, "Are you on YouTube?" I'm like, yeah. "Are you T-Roy?" I'm like, yeah. So, I shook his hand, asked him if he needed a picture or anything, and he was cool. He was really cool. He was just happy to meet me. And after he left, he went ahead and did his own shopping, and I got back to my sister and my mom and brother-in-law, and they were like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "That's a fan." And they were like, "Really? Oh my God, people are recognizing you?" I'm like, doesn't happen often, but it does happen. On the way to work one morning, a convenience store I always go to, somebody else was in there, getting them some orange juice or something, and, "Hey, are you T-Roy?" "Yep, sure am." It's great to meet my fans. I really do enjoy having that contact with my fans, and they appreciate it when they get to meet me. It's weird, but it's not like it's not like a movie star kind of thing. It's like they've tried my recipes. They've let me know they enjoy what I do and that they've duplicated what I've done, and their families loved it. So it's humbling to meet some of my fans and them give me stories about what's happened since they've started watching my videos and how they've progressed in their cooking. It's really humbling, and that's, again, is why I do my channel. I like to teach, so it's really humbling.
That's really cool. Yeah. Okay, so practical stuff.
Am I talking too much?
No, it's exactly why you're here. Or that's why I'm here.
Cheers.
We're at Troy's house, if that's not obvious. So, skills, like somebody needs. You mentioned presentation skills. Practice looking at the camera and talking to the camera, smiling.
You learn that, though. You learn that
practice.
stuff.
Like, you got to start out making crappy videos so that
you do. If
you can
go back and watch my old videos, I don't even look at them. They're trash. They were good recipes, but me, my personality, the camera angles, the way I shot it is just, it's hard to watch. It really is.
Yeah. So, what kind of editing software do you use or recommend, or?
I started out using Cyberlink Power Director, which I really liked, but I went and visited John at Big Meat Sunday, and John's one of these guys, I don't know if you're familiar with his channel, but he's got like 6 or 7 cameras set up. He's got lighting everywhere. He's really got a really nice setup. And I was asking him what he uses, because I want to know just like you guys do. What do you use for your editing software? And he said, Adobe Premiere. And I said, "Oh, I've heard of it, but I've never tried it." And I was like, "That's for Mac though, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, but they also make it available for PC." And I said, "Oh, okay, cool, 'cause I've got PCs. I don't have, Karen's got a Mac, but for my editing, I was mainly using PCs. So I went online after I got back home and checked it out, and sure enough, fell in love with it because it does so much more than any other editing program that I've ever used. And like I said, it hadn't been a lot. I didn't use the stuff that came with the PC. I haven't used any of the the Mac tools. What is it, iMovie? Or
Yeah.
I haven't used any of that stuff. Final Cut Pro. I haven't used any of that. So I went straight from Cyberlink Power Director to Adobe Premiere Pro, and I've got the Creative Cloud. So, I mean, you can get Adobe Premiere for like $20 a month, but I actually got everything that Adobe offers, including After Effects, Photoshop, all that good, Audition for the audio and stuff. I've got all the works, and it's like $54 a month.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Plus you get free updates. You don't have to pay for the updates.
Yeah.
So it really works for me in my case, and I'm large enough where I can use the money I get from YouTube to help support that. So it works for me, and I really do love it though. I use Adobe Premiere, Power Director, Creative Cloud.
Good to know. That's great because you don't have to shell out a ton of money up front.
No.
Yeah. So when I started using Final Cut Pro, and I had to shell out a lot of money right up front, and I didn't even know. That's hard to do when you have 40 subscribers.
It is. Well, that's why I use Cyberlink Power Director, because it was like $99 for the software for a year or whatever, until you wanted to upgrade it again. You get what they currently had for $99 or so, and it was yours to keep.
Yeah.
When you wanted to upgrade, it may be another $49 or something, but $100, for some editing software that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I've never heard of it, but see, that's what when people ask me. I don't know anything.
I think it's only for PC though.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
So that's why.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so back to money real quick. You talk about when you build your YouTube channel to the point where it can start to pay for things.
Yeah.
We talked about views a little bit. I mean, the idea is you get paid per the number of views, per the number of 1,000 views or whatever. There's other ways to make money off of YouTube besides that. Like, you want to talk about
You
some
mean
of the...
outside of YouTube?
Well, I mean, just like affiliate links and things
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, stuff that you can include in your video that's not money from your subscribers that are on YouTube, just per se.
Right.
Yeah, affiliate links. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, because I didn't know what I mean. I knew theoretically what they were from watching YouTube channels, and people would say, "Hey, if you use my link, that helps me out." You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. I have some affiliate links that I include in my description box, and it does help. It's a little bit of extra money, and the whole process of it is basically like for Amazon. Okay, for an example, Amazon. A lot of people shop Amazon. I became an Amazon affiliate, and it's free to do so. You just have to provide your bank account information and your social security number or whatever, or business ID number if you've got one of those. Provide that to Amazon. And what they do is provide you with a special affiliate page where you can go and search for a product. Let's say I want to search for a Weber Smoky Mountain. I go to my affiliate page, I look for the Weber Smoky Mountain. It comes up, showing me the link. I click on the link for it, and it gives me the full description, just like each of you would see. What I can do though is on that affiliate page, I can tell it to give me a little small short URL for that link to Amazon, and I can include that in my description as an affiliate link to Amazon, and you have to specify that it is Amazon's affiliate link. You can't just put it in there and hope people click on it. It's against their policies. You got to make sure people are aware it's an affiliate link.
Yeah, sure.
But the whole thing is, it doesn't cost you a dime more by clicking on that link. If you're going to Amazon to buy something, if you click on my link that I put in my description for Weber Smoky Mountain, it'll take you to Amazon, and I will get credit for that browser session. You can stay on that session and look for not just that Weber Smoky Mountain. You can go in the search box at the top of the Amazon link there and type in, I don't know, an iron. You want some kind of an iron with a spray mist or something on it. Let's do a search for it. If you buy that, I actually get a few cents of that sale. And again, it doesn't raise the cost to you at all. But I get a few cents off of that sale because you clicked a link originally on my channel that was an affiliate link that sent you to Amazon. And even though you didn't buy the Weber Smoky Mountain, you bought the iron, I will get credit as long as you didn't close that browser session after you clicked my affiliate link and then reopen another session to go to Amazon. If you stay on the Amazon page after clicking my link as an affiliate link, anything you buy, that will go towards me. I will get a few cents per dollar or whatever until you close that browser page.
You ever look at that report?
No.
I looked at it once.
I'm not a numbers kind of guy.
I know.
I don't. I just enjoy seeing the check come in direct deposit to my account that I provided the information to Amazon for. You know, it's nice.
So I looked at mine last month,
Yes.
and first off, I should point out we can't. If he were to look at it, he couldn't see who you are, but he could see what is purchased.
Right.
And it's funny because almost none of the stuff that ends up getting sold is barbecue related.
I did look at it once, and you're right. None of the links I included in my description were stuff people purchased.
Yeah.
It was stuff that they purchased after my link sent them to Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened to me too. Like my Slow and Sear link got three people bought it. Thank you very much, by the way. It's really helpful. And then there was a page of stuff that had nothing to do with it. I mean, just random stuff. Like it's.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna check the pit.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. We're working on a video for his channel. We've actually done a couple where we're cooking the biggest brisket I've ever seen in my life, and it's been on the cooker for how long has it been?
Like 17 hours, almost 18 hours.
18?
No,
20 hours.
Yes, 20 hours.
It's been on for 20 hours. So if for whatever reason you haven't seen that video, you need to go check it out because it's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
But it was a 26-pound brisket to start off with.
Yeah,
So
it was great.
it's and it's prime, so it's cooking faster than a regular,
Man,
selector choice brisket.
if it wasn't, we'd be here. We started at midnight.
We'd be here till Sunday.
Yeah, we started at midnight last night.
We did. Good times, man.
It was so
That's
fun.
the perfect time to start a brisket, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Midnight.
Okay, so we talked about affiliate links. What you upload on a pretty regular schedule. Do you think that's important?
Tuesdays and Thursdays, yes. Because, think about it this way. Each of you, Monday through Friday or, Monday through Sunday, you've got your favorite shows you like to watch on the major networks. Monday night, so-and-so's coming on, Bachelor, okay?
Yeah.
Thinking about Karen right now. She likes The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. So Monday nights, I know Karen's got her shows coming on, all right? If you know that people are going to watch a certain day of TV because they enjoy that show, and they know that every Monday that show's coming on, they're going to keep watching it, okay? So if you have a regular schedule that you upload your videos, people look forward to. They know that it's, for my channel, they know I've got a cooking video every Tuesday. They know I've got a Thursday chat every Thursday. So they get accustomed to that schedule. And if you vary off that schedule, it throws them off. I did it once or twice, and they're like, "Where's the video?" And I'm like, "Well, I was pressed for time, and I had to do something else Thursday, so I uploaded it Wednesday." And they're like, "Okay, I'll have to go look for it." It throws them off. So, yeah, it helps to have a regular schedule, and it helps to try to upload around the same time of the day on that day that they're used to.
Yeah. No, that makes sense because you seem to do it in the morning.
I generally do because, I'm Central Time, but I know the people on the East Coast, they like to, a lot of times they like to watch my videos while they're at work.
Yeah.
Especially the Thursday chats because it's more like a podcast. They can listen to it in the background while they're working on their computers at work, assuming they've got computers. But anyway,
That's
a lot of them put their headphones on. They listen to my Thursday chats while they're at work.
Yeah.
So that helps me because I get credit from YouTube for people who watch the entire video. And even though you're not technically watching it, you're listening to it, you're not like skipping through it. And that's considered view time. And I get a lot of bonus points from YouTube. YouTube helps to promote that video if it is watched in its entirety instead of being skipped through. So that helps me a lot when people watch the entire video. And That's another thing too. When I go and watch somebody else's channel, like Justin's, I don't skip through it. I'll watch the entire video from beginning to end because I know it's helping him. It helps him with his, when YouTube recommends videos for people to watch, that's where that comes from. It's a recommended video because, you're watching something that they put out before that you saw, and you watch the entire video. So YouTube recommends another video of theirs to you, thinking you may like to watch this other video they put out that maybe you haven't seen yet. So it really helps. Plus it helps the creator like me. It helps me with advertisers that YouTube tries to match with my videos. The advertisers, if they're seeing somebody watch the entire video, they're going to put better ads on the videos and pay better. So I get more money for that, which again, I get money from YouTube AdSense. It helps my channel grow. It helps me provide better equipment, better lighting, audio, sound, the equipment, the cooking and all that.
It all helps.
It does. It really does help. But it's all because of you folks.
We ask for people to subscribe in every video. I kind of think a lot of times people who are watching barbecue channels, they're usually guys who work full time. And I notice most of my views, because I look at the numbers, most of my views come from people who don't subscribe to my channel. Like 85% of my views are people who are just checking out whatever they, YouTube recommended it. And I think there's something. We talk about why we ask you to sub, and it's obvious that we like to have you. We like to be able to put our stuff in front of you.
We want you to keep coming back.
I think what's probably not completely obvious is what's in it for you when you subscribe to a channel. What I love about YouTube is you get to pick and choose the content that you want to see. Now, you go on that main page, and YouTube makes recommendations based on your viewing history. Mm-hmm. But you can go into the subscription tab at the top of the page, or it's at the top of the page on the computer, and only see the stuff that you've asked for, and they list it in chronological order. So it's like having TiVo. Mm-hmm. I wish that we could do this with regular cable, where you could just pay for it.
It's
only
like a
channels.
DVR.
Yeah, it's like setting a DVR. Mm-hmm. And so, a lot of the friends that I have that live near me, they watch my stuff, but they don't consider themselves to be YouTubers, or I don't do YouTube, but they're there. Every time they want to find something, they're on YouTube, and it's like, if you run across something you like, there's a good chance that same creator is going to make something else you like.
Exactly.
And if you can it saves you a lot of time to open an account and subscribe and only look at the stuff that you know you're going to love,
Plus, if you do subscribe to a channel and you really do like them, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. If you click that bell, you can select to be notified every time that they put up a new video, or if they go live. YouTube will email you and let you know that, so that you can watch that live content right as it's happening and not see it later down the road. That way you can actually be involved in the live event, or whatever they're doing. You can be involved in it. The little chat that, I don't know if you do live videos or not, where if y'all seen any of them, but they have the live chat. You can interact with the people that are also there watching that video, along with interacting with the creator.
That's a really good point.
So
That's a really good point.
Those notifications are awesome.
Yeah, they are. I forget about that.
I do too, but I just thought of it. Yeah.
So anyway, so a couple more things, because I ran across this the hard way.
Yeah.
The way YouTube works, there's the opportunity on the back end when you upload your video to put your title, mm-hmm. your description, and then keywords. Okay. Tags, right. Then I found that those tags are pretty important.
Oh, yeah.
You put tags on all your videos, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely, they are important.
I think that's the most underrated thing. Like, if somebody doesn't tell you this directly, use tags.
And there's also tags you can put for your channel.
Really? See, this is why I come see T-Roy. How does that work?
When you get into your channel settings, not your videos that you're uploading, but the actual channel, your home page, you can add tags to your channel, so that if anybody's searching any of those taglines, the tag words that you put, your channel will show up in the search. And that's the same with the videos. If you put let's say I do a brisket video, and I put brisket not only in the title and in the description, but a tag, brisket. That's going to show up in a search that somebody searches if they search the word brisket. If I use a tag, and you can have multiple words in the tag. So if I do brisket on Weber Smoky Mountain, that's one tag, all those words. If somebody searches that exact phrase, my video will come up because I've included that as a tag. For my channel, I've got tags, not my videos, but my actual channel. I've got tags like barbecue, Yoder Wichita, Weber Smoky Mountain, Canon G30, which is the camera I use on my videos.
I was going to ask you about that.
I've got all of those, and I've also got, barbecue, not just BBQ, but actually spelled out barbecue, because you don't know how people are going to search. They may search the full word, they may just search. If you're doing shrimp, you may also put the tag prawn, because in Australia they call them prawn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different words that you can use. And those tags, if people search for something on YouTube and you have those tags either in your channel, as your tags for your channel, or in a video you're uploading for tags, people are going to, that's the results that people will see in their search. Your channel or your video, depending on where you put those tags.
It's super, super important.
It is.
I've seen great videos of stuff that I was searching for that I never saw.
I need to get my pit again.
Go ahead and do that. That I never saw until, one day YouTube recommends it to me. The video's been out for 2 years. It's an awesome video and no one watches it. And then you can go in and see their tags. If you have something like TubeBuddy, that's another thing. TubeBuddy is a great tool for helping you pick tags or pick keywords. I call them keywords, he calls them tags, but get something like TubeBuddy and it'll make suggestions on what tags to use in the video. I started using that recently, but it also gives you opportunity when you see someone else's video to look at the tags that they use. And inevitably, whenever I see a good video that's not being watched, you see awesome videos sometimes and nobody's watching it and nobody has watched it. And it's because they either didn't put tags in at all or they used the wrong ones.
Yeah.
And it's like that's pretty important. I think
it is.
I think thumbnails are important.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I think you have to have so many subscribers before you can put your own custom thumbnail.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I want to say it's 500 or 1,000, something like that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So.
But yeah, custom thumbnails are the way to go.
Custom thumbnails, so they all look.
It's a picture you took and you upload as a thumbnail to your. When you're uploading your video, it gives you the option for a custom thumbnail after you reach so many subscribers. Otherwise, you just get the 3 that YouTube picked out of the video that you uploaded, which usually aren't flattering. They're not that good.
Sometimes it's like you got your mouth open. It's like,
I know. It's like, you don't want those.
No. All right, so we cover all the bases. You got anything else you want to say to people that, get them off on the right foot or keep their channel going or give them some ideas on how to? I feel like we covered.
My brisket's about 195 degrees. It's getting close. And I'm about ready to eat. I'm starving to death. No, I'm
He's ready to go.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
He's actually he's a great sport.
We've been having a great time the last couple days.
I asked him to be in my video or asked him to do this for me, and he immediately said yes.
It's an honor.
He's tired right now, but he immediately said yes.
No, I'm good. It's an honor, man. It's an honor.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy getting with other YouTubers, as yourself, and helping them grow. And I also enjoy it when I get with other YouTubers that are bigger than me, and not necessarily helping me grow, but just to know them and get personal with them and have that personal one-on-one with them, Like I said earlier, we are truly a really tight community. And if one of us has something drastic happen in our lives, the rest of the group all come together and see what they can do to help that person out. Most of us, 99% of us, are real genuine and real family type people, and we do love each of our fans, and we do anything we can to help the other creators that are in our group, But
that's the part that amazed me, because I was like,
we want to help other people succeed as we have.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody pays it forward in such a way. We talked about this on your video, but everybody, you know, the bigger channels help the littler channels, and then when they grow up, they help the littler channels, and those channels grow up, and then everybody's like, it's just not as competitive as some other lines of work, or maybe even other genres on YouTube are. You know,
well, it's because there's so many different ways you can do a recipe. I mean,
yeah.
You can take a recipe and change one ingredient, and it's your own recipe. It's no longer that recipe that you were looking at. You know?
That's a good point.
I know.
Yeah, so why be competitive?
I mean, and plus there's so many different cookers to cook on, different ways to use the cooker to cook. There's so many options when it comes to what we do is cooking, you know?
Yeah.
But honestly, the most fun that I love to cook, don't get me wrong. The most fun I have is interacting with my fans and hearing them get excited when they've got their first smoker or their first grill, or they've cooked their first brisket or their first pork butt or their first set of ribs, you know, rack of ribs. And they send me a picture of it. That just totally thrills me. I love that. And it thrills me even more that I helped them succeed at something that they've been wanting to do for a long time. And they're very proud of themselves, and I'm very proud of them too.
Totally. It's that great. It's a great feeling when you realize that somebody gets it.
Yeah.
You know, and they either make a steak or a brisket or something, and it's the first time they've ever done it, and they all of a sudden their world
easy.
opens up, and like, this is better than I've had at any barbecue restaurant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I get that a lot.
And I can make it anytime I want.
Exactly.
It's the greatest thing ever. All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this for my people.
Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you coming over, or let me come over and hang out.
Hang out anytime, man.
Yeah.
I just like to chill out on my back porch and have a good time. I don't know if y'all can see the smoke whispering around, but we're doing brisket right now.
It smells so good. Like, it's like, I think if I cut my arm up or cut myself open, I'd have a smoke ring.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I went weird, didn't it? I was
Yeah,
a
it
little
did.
weird there at the end.
Hey, we need to go hit the pool, man.
We should.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hit the pool. I don't know about you.
Thanks for doing this for us. I really appreciate it, man.
You bet, Justin.
And
Anytime, man.
We'll do it again sometime.
You bet, anytime.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm going to try to do more stuff like this. Not exclusively, but just when I have an interesting topic that I get questions on a lot, I'm going to try to cover it in a way that's a little different than the way some other people do it. Or
This was fun.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah.
Be sure and check out Troy's channel. He's got a lot of stuff planned. The future is bright for his channel. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch where this next step. Now he's retired.
For you too.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Now he's retired. Once he gets the honey-do list checked off, Karen's got some things she needs him to do. But then
I'll get it done, honey.
He's got some exciting things planned, so be sure and check that out. And we'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.